Hatfield Squat. It's in the programming. There's a lot of questions about it. There certainly are videos online. Do yourself a favor and look up Dr. Hatfield. He passed away a couple years ago. It's really worth just a little historical dive in to see who Dr. Hatfield was, because he totally validates not only my programming, but Cal Dietz's programming, you name it. The Russians, the Germans, French contrast, goes on and on. He's the guy, you know, what a great thing. So in lieu of Dr. Hatfield, you see I have a yoke here, right? I have handles you're gonna see set up here. Now, you're gonna have a lot of questions like, well, Jeff, my gym doesn't have a yoke, I don't have this. We're gonna get to that momentarily, okay, about some modifications. But as it pertains to this lift, we're gonna give you some pretty straightforward rules, okay? One of the straightforward rules is, first, it's essentially still a squat movement. That's essentially what we're doing. We're creating variety around the barbell back squat, or the squat movement, to create more volume, more trauma, okay? So the big thing is you notice I have handles here. The handles you want, essentially kind of a rule of thumb, is if I put my elbows at a 90 degrees by my right here, okay, I should be able to reach out and get those handles. That's gonna allow me, so I'm not reached out or too low or too high, you'll see here in a minute, okay? And this is a really good thing from, where Matt Wenning created his belt squat. This is a really good thing to practice the hinge, and you'll see in a minute, to get to depth, okay? So this also, it's a really good way to begin practicing the squat while the spine is still loaded, unlike the belt squat or leg press or things. So I'm gonna jump in and give you an idea what I'm looking at here. Most yokes like this, the safety squat bar or yoke, when it's loaded properly, I can take my hands off and it will stay, right? It won't fall off because of the way that this is cambered, okay? Going back, if you can see here, like I said, I'm gonna put my elbows essentially at 90 degrees, okay? I'm gonna essentially reach out and flex those lats, just like the squat, okay? Glutes are tight. I go into a hinge, like a bow, like I'm going into a bow, okay? Same idea. I go into a bow, push that butt back, right? I transfer this glute contraction. I transfer it by pushing my butt back. Boom, hamstrings are now engaged. Because my hamstrings are now engaged, I can go straight down, straight up, glutes, 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 squeeze, okay? Same thing, hinge, down and up, good squeeze to finish, okay? And you'll see, hopefully you just see in that quick little video of why I do the Hatfield squat. It's a really good one where we can load the spine safely, okay? We can, even with higher volume, higher intensity, we can still practice a good squat movement, okay? Because again, there's my transition, the squatting movement, yes. A really good one, if you don't have a yoke, okay, is just doing a nice split squat. The reason why exactly is because on the Hatfield, right, I can, like I said, I'm going backwards to engage those hamstrings. Not really leaning back, but I'm going backwards. Same thing here. By dropping that foot back now, it's basically almost a Hatfield squat one leg at a time then, okay? Because granted, like when I go in this deep squat here, this is the hinge, the 3 points I'm looking at in terms of improving my squat, right? The Hatfield is another great one if I really want to improve my squat. Here we go, okay? So, a lot of times when people say, hey, what do I substitute? Again, single leg press, maybe. Go into a split position, okay? Then maybe going into a walking lunge, a more severe one, but you're not gonna be doing it nearly as heavy would be a walking lunge or a rear elevated split squat. Again, we're not exchanging one for one the mass. We're just kind of trying to exchange one for total work output. At a rear elevated split squat and a walking lunge this isn't difficult, but you kind of hopefully see what I'm saying here. So, man, if you do have a yoke, give this exercise a shot. Like I said, you may not have perfect handles, but come up with a way to create a very stable place to really hold on and engage those lats, just like you would the bar, okay, in a back squat, or your lats like on Matt Wenning's belt squat, okay? This is a Hatfield squat.